Nobody wins when the family feels.
My name lled. We ain't seeing eye to eye, cause I shot out one of his. My niggas really murder gang. Set the play
off the porch with dirty glove bass.
Riding with this bitch on me, Professor Ogilvy. Hey switches, man, them bitches starting to overheat. Call us the cleanup crew, we come through sweep the block. Heard the feds on us, we might have to sweep the cops. If you want me dead, then stop shooting low. I don't shoot up houses, I come and kick a nigga dough. Mad as hell, cause my face.
Hey, you niggas not fit. What happened to the last that said we was twerking?
That was just in my head.
What happened to the last that said that? They married
Real. So when would y'all say y'all jumped off the porch in Detroit?
I always been a little badass nigga, but I play sports too, so that's where everybody where I'm from do. Niggas out here play, niggas go play sports and be in the hood, cause the hood shit got their own little sports teams and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Don't play that.
I always played sports shit.
But I always been a regular street nigga too though.
Yeah.
When it was time to get some money though, nigga had to get some money.
Yeah.
Nigga wasn't getting no job in the regular like that. Nigga was getting that shit.
Yeah.
Fam, I need y'all to set the tone out the gate for me. It seemed like some people got it confused. Is the media or the reporter considered federal or hot just for posting what he see online, according to public facts? Or is the perpetrator who's doing the alleged crimes and posting stuff like they outfits, the same whips, they routine on a public platform, which happens to be the same outfit, car, routine that they did to commit some type of crime? I mean, let's be real out the gate. Social media is basically a free pass for the feds to keep tabs on you, right? So we just reporting what's public. Fam, let me know in the comments who really hot. But today, we diving into some real headlines in Michigan, where a local rapper who just came home signed to Interscope, which we'll later discuss, who we once covered, haven't even been home for a week and is already making waves in his hometown for all the wrong reasons. Now, rumor has it that this alleged rapper has just spent the block in a yellow Lamborghini with a black TRX truck trailing him. And as I did my research, I can see why people saying that. I mean, the surveillance that was released shows the same vehicle he was posted in, the same clothing he had on. But I'm just here to present what's public, and I leave that for you guys. Now, of course, this is the Family TV, and you gotta know I did my research. Just know in this video, we really gonna break down what's going on according to public records. But here's where things get even more crazier, and I'd rather tell you out the gate. Turns out, the rapper who allegedly shot up his enemy block, that was towards his old homie from back in the day, who, by the way, allegedly turned hot against him. Well, his crew, that revolved around counterfeit money and a local Walmart to purchase firearms. Not to mention, the rapper we talk about today, according to the feds, is a prominent member in the local gang Cash Gang.
Your man's in the chain, you put my man's in the disc. Nigga, we is not the same. I'm the one that do the hit. Banana clip on.
A crew known for their street hustle and putting in work. But some say the gang was getting spanked, allegedly, while Cash Gang Leak, the rapper who we'll later talk about, was incarcerated. And since Leak came home, he had to let it be known, allegedly. Now, as mentioned earlier in the video, we covered this story about 2 years ago, well, at least Leak getting incarcerated, having to switch at the Booty Club. Now, for those who haven't checked that video out, I'll make sure I leave the link in the bio. But it don't stop there. Why would allegedly a local rapper who just came home with a lot to lose risk it all to target a house in a yellow Lamborghini? How did a fallout over counterfeit money at a local Walmart escalate into murders and even drive-bys allegedly almost 10 years later? Well, today, I plan on breaking all that down. So fam, consider this part 1 or 2. Just note that the next part of this story will be an interrogation from the informant. The Family TV has requested, and once received, you know I'm going to let the families check it out. Today we peeling back the layers of this story, exposing the real streets behind the headlines. And I'll be here to keep you in the loop every step of the way, according to what's public. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Fam, meet Malik Taylor, also known by his rap stage name, 24Leak. 3 days ago, he released a song called lled / First Day Out. A little under 100,000 views and count.
Pop the perk with fit till we knock the dog right out. Now he forever in the ditch. They say all you do is this. I just rap this shit out.
Now we just came home after accepting a plea and serving 2 years. And if you guys want a full in-depth detail about how he got arrested, I advise you guys to click the link in the bio after this video. Born September 3rd, 1999 in Detroit, Michigan, 24 Leak had it rough growing up, and he still managed to beat the odds against him thus far. The father of two, according to his PSI, had two parents who was addicted to crack. Shortly after 24 Leak was born, his father was sentenced to 70 months in prison. This means 24 Leak doesn't remember meeting his father until after he started school. His mom suffered from diabetes and kidney failure, preventing her from working anymore until her death at the age of 56. May she rest in peace. I love her condolences to her family. But thank God for 24 Leak, he had siblings who knew how to stick together throughout his mother's illness. Leak was known to have serious behavior and health issues due to his trauma. 24 Leak suffered from anxiety growing up, which required treatment in 2017 through juvenile court supervision. He sought more treatment on his own in 2020 after being shot. 24 Leak believed treatment would help address the childhood trauma and substance abuse. According to his PSI, during the height of his abuse, he used alcohol almost daily to get drunk, along with ecstasy, Percocets, and Xanax. In October 2019, 24 Leak began writing and performing rap music under his stage name 24 Leak. In September of 2021, he had signed a contract with Interscope, a promising rap music label, despite his rather limited formal education.
Niggas in there jealous, or they coming home soon. Like a job interview, we put that nigga in the suit. If she ain't fucking me in morgue, then
From the outside looking in, the only fallen Cash Game member is a guy named Mike Brown, who lost his life back in 2022. He was allegedly killed trying to spin the block. Now, the person who allegedly killed Mike Brown was his once associate, a guy who allegedly go by the name of Titus Mundy. But Titus was allegedly kicked out of Cash Game and formed a new crew. And before we go over his new crew, we should talk about how he got kicked out of Cash Game. They found out that he allegedly told on a case with fellow Cash Game members back in 2018. You see, back in 2018, 3 Michigan men were arrested on a Thursday on counterfeiting and theft charges after using fake bills at 5 area Walmart stores. Apparently, the Warsaw Police Department had received a report of counterfeit money being used at Warsaw Walmart. 2 suspects used approximately $1,100 in counterfeit $20 bills to make purchases. Walmart loss prevention staff informed officers that the men were responsible for using counterfeit bills at additional Walmarts in Rochester, Plymouth, South Bend, and of course Warsaw. Officers were notified that Thursday by Wabash Police Department that they had counterfeit suspects detained at the Wabash Walmart. They were alleged Cash Game members identified as Famil Charles Williams Jr., 18 years old, of Brownstown, Michigan, Titus Tyrese Mundy, 19 years old, of Inkster, Michigan, and Isaac Burnett Young, 19 years old, of Nova, Michigan. Now, Titus Mundy, then 20 years old, he only got 3 months after cooperating. And since that day, he allegedly had a target on his back and was kicked out of Cash Game. And then he started to hang with a new crew, one known as Jesse Hawkins, aka Set It Off Jesse, and Kwan Taylor, aka Head Tap. But shortly after they became close, their crew came coming down one by one, year after year. Starting first with Jesse Hawkins, aka Set It Off Jesse. He lost his life back on August 28, 2022. It was a Sunday night, and according to authorities, he was one of 3 people who lost their life by a random shooter. A person waiting on a bus and another person walking their dog were among 4 people shot, 3 fatally, by a man who appeared to fire randomly for about 2.5 hours in Detroit. But that didn't stop his alleged opposition from taunting him on social media. 24 Leak wasted no time by quoting, "Bye-bye," tagging Set It Off Jesse. May he rest in peace. I love and condolences to his family. But then the next year in 2023, Titus' friend, Quan Taylor, aka Head Tap, was arrested by Inkster police as he was arrested for multiple murders. It was like they created a field day when they arrested him. Check it out.
You can show that shots are cleared. People walk around and be unmounted. We'll be around to that fight.
Oh, we got him.
A crime crackdown blitz in Inkster. We rode along.
I live here. It's my city. It's my community.
Inkster Police Chief Bill Ratliff says they're battling an uptick of gun-related crimes here.
Those things are things that we need to stop trending upwards. We need to stop them.
Getting creative, the only option, with officer shortages hitting small departments like this all over. This night, this month, they're launching Operation Winter Storm, led by Michigan State Police and Inkster PD with the help of neighboring Dearborn Heights Police and the Wayne County Sheriff's Office.
I think we're upwards of 45, 50 people right now.
targeting crime hotspots in the city and flooding traffic enforcement zones, keeping tabs on some of Inkster's most wanted. Back to that in a minute.
The goal is to get violent criminals off the street. The goal is to get guns off the street.
Ratliff, the first chief in Inkster to actually live in the city in 30 years. This is home. It always has been. He started with the department in the Police Explorers program at just 14 years old. Now he's top cop.
It isn't a crime-ridden community. It isn't a terrible place to be or a terrible place to live.
That stigma is a hard one to shake.
Our department suffered a tremendous cut, and we're slowly but surely trying to crawl back from that.
It's a ratio you don't want, spiking crime stats and dwindling officers.
I have 8 open positions right now and 1 applicant in the pipeline. I have to find a way to attract people to be police officers, and that's very difficult.
Since 2015, Michigan State Police embedded in the department, part of the Secured Cities Partnership. And it was their troopers who attempted a traffic stop as part of Operation Winter Storm on 34-year-old Kawan Taylor, possibly armed and dangerous, a career criminal being investigated for multiple homicides.
This is an individual that we're concerned about being out in the public.
We're told Taylor led MSP on a short pursuit, crashing here in Wayne at Howe Road and Annapolis Street, then ditching the vehicle, hiding in a nearby yard under a lawn chair. Because of the influx of officers in the area for Operation Winter Storm, Taylor was surrounded.
Oh, we got him.
A huge arrest for investigators.
While interviewing Mr. Taylor by the troopers, he admitted that in the past he does not stop for police.
Taylor appearing here in court, charged with fleeing and elude, resisting and obstructing, and for being a habitual offender 4 times over.
We would like to enter not guilty.
Ultimately, the judge not playing with bond.
I'm going to set bond in the amount of $150,000 cash or surety in this case.
Taylor could face additional charges for other violent crimes. The chief says this arrest puts a dent in what they're dealing with, the narcotics game and gangs behind the majority of crime.
Very seldom do we have random crime. You're not going to go to Walgreens and get robbed in the parking lot. You're not going to get carjacked in Inkster. You're not going to. All of the things that people have perceptions about in this community are wrong.
They'll take the W for the night, ending on a high note and sending a message.
And if you come to Inkster to commit crime, you got a rude awakening, because we're going to get you.
Reporting in Inkster.
Now we all know that same year in 2023, 2-4 Leak got arrested and was sent to the feds for 2 years before accepting the plea. And the only one left in that crew was Titus. Fast forward to the 3rd week of May in 2025, 2-4 Leak came home and Titus still hanging around the Middle East. Now this is where things get spooky. During this same time frame, Titus' spot in the Middle East got shot up, and somehow local footage from that drive-by was posted to Detroit Hits on Instagram. Check it out. Now that could be anybody driving those whips. The reason people putting 2 and 2 together is because 24 Leap, in his first day out video that we just talked about, he had those same whips in his video. I don't know. But there you have it, fam. If I'm Titus, I want to move a little smarter, because apparently he might be the last man standing, but he still got a target on his back. Every victim that we talked about in this story, I want to say rest in peace once again. A love and condolences to you guys' families. Whoever was affected by the story we just talked about, I want to send love and prayers your way. Fam, this was the story of a local rapper who just came home that's making headlines in his hometown for being associated with some whips who allegedly let off 50 shots where his opposition hang at. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.